Drifting over to the left. As then we jump on with Ping and they touch and they both spin. The two Velocity Racing Development teammates spin off.
Come down on the brakes into GNH Transport corner. Campos has got a bit of pressure. Oh! Keegan Campos absolutely on two wheels out of that corner. The red flag came out. Dropping by the wayside here, and that looks like into some problems, yes, with Campos. Masters, Campos going off. Luti gets stuck in the middle of it. That was Roy Campos. 6, is he close enough? They are wheel to wheel into turn 6. Oh, they've locked wheels! There you have it! That's what happens when you lock wheels in a single-seater. Janssen almost instantaneously throws a car onto the brakes into turn 5. Runs wide. Oh, and that's the first incident we've seen in Gazoo Racing Cup. Thanks for that, Dave.
Vidal muy abollada. Uy, Longo con Zafra. Longo con Zafra, pleno. Hay otro auto más involucrado. Hay otro auto más, una pena.
Por el carburador y bueno, hasta que se paró. Y bueno, acá llegamos.
Pablo Vendrame. Vean cuando hubo un roce y queda Pablo Martínez.
Oh, big time fire for Clay Milliken in lane number 56. 385 for Cam Ferret. That'll pick up a little at 319. Krista off the throttle at 421, and she will be down to tomorrow to try to fight her way in. So Cam Ferret picks up a couple of hundredths of...
Snyder, a little contact here.
Big
oh,
contact.
Boy, they're in trouble. They're going to get hard here.
Boy.
That's a hard.
Just full send from Roland. Well, he was there. It was a legitimate move. But then lost it. Oh, just a little touch.
He was so quick. But look, he was having the accident on his own. Look, he just ended up hitting he was heading to the barrier on his own. I think, unfortunately for Andre, he was there almost.
Andre, I'm sure, was at that point trying to get out of it, brake and slow down to get him back.
4 wide down the back of the pack. There's been a little bit of a lockup into turn 1. Oh, we've had some chaos there. 4 cars into the gravel, and one of them is our Canadian champion. I think that was Scott Wagner, or and we've had a spin at the back of the pack, and that's the 27. So that's Reed Stewart right at the front of the field, and there's contact again. Judd Miller off the racetrack into the gravel trap.
Números. Sí, va
no
directamente de costado.
Era Cornejo. Aguanta el tercer lugar. Marcelo Julián lo defiende acá. ¡Uy! Se pegó. Sí, Ballester le dio duro a la pared, le arrancó la rueda. ¡Cuidado! ¡Uy!
지금
스페인 있었어요. 엔트리 넘버 3번이네요. 노승민 선수네요.
네.
근데 초반부터 굉장히 치고 나왔습니다. 여기도 싸움이 심합니다. 차량이 전복됐어요.
시작됐군요. 자, 어떤 차량이죠?
As they dived out very slowly. Taken, wasn't it, that restart? Around the outside of him, but can't do so. Fraga is having to work very hard to keep Lucas Sauer behind for third and fourth positions. And I'm afraid there's carnage behind. Nicky Team is one of the victims. Incidents were totally separate to one another, just at the same corner. Sebastian Lowe was trying to get past Arjun Maidi off the line, had to get off the throttle, and ended up losing a place himself. But then fired it back down the inside. And what view did he get? A parting of the waves, actually. They all got out of his way.
Nailed the first and final sector. It's that middle he needs to watch out. That's car 34 looping it into the supercar pit lane. That's why the yellows are out there. Rowan Barry, Formosa on the outside. Doesn't tend to work too well out there. Once you're out in the grey, it just loops around just like in-car shot.
There's another angle you can see there, just on the caught on the outside. I don't think I've ever seen any passes actually being completed on the outside of turn 6. And then this. Gutierrez got the job, his pass done, and then of course here it is there, nice sideways.
Yeah, always busy and trying to straighten it up. This thing you do at the end of the race to celebrate, but it was some 6 laps short and right in front of our second place cars.
Is that the gravel traps, you do not drive out of them if you find them. It's just run wide, too deep, under brakes into 6, carry a lot of entry speed into that corner, using the aero.
This point is right out to the concrete. Northus gone. GAWN gone. And he's going to lose 4 positions and he's hit by David Cedars. The race has come alive and it's taken out a couple.
That was Adam Lyle in the 35. Slices past Perini as they go into turn 1 and then slices across to the infield. Stephen Champion spun, but Adam Lyle, who was awesome yesterday, now he's pointing in the wrong direction. He made a brilliant start, but now he's to Bryce Moore. And then got up the inside of Sumic, and that was the contact with Sumic. This will tell it. Perfect shot. Bang. Oh, that doesn't look great, does it? Suggest he'll go for that. There'll be penalty.
And you watch the C's part down here. Which way do you go? He's a hard stand on the outside and just gingerly goes around, but loses 2 or 3 spots in the process.
I feel a bit for Sumic there because he learned his error from yesterday's race where he went in too deep on cold tyre.
Great start from Aaron Borg. He got the initial launch, but then it didn't get the second phase, but Welsh did. They went side by side.
Oh! Alexandra Best to the left-hand side, and the Best legend.
Yellow flags. So where Valentino, the black stuff is where you're meant to be.
Think to run all the way through that.
Oh,
he got to the barrier though, didn't
how
he?
did he ever get off? So I mean, you hit the barrier at the rear when you can see the tyre's been displaced. But
one of the places, but this is coming out of Surtees. Wow, right, that's how Christopher Hauser demolished the, or certainly attacked the marker on the outside. This was Paddock. That's one of the Mercedes rally crossing. Is that Marciello, maybe?
I think it was Marciello.
I think it is.
So this is the 89. How close is he
again?
Whoa! Well, there it is. Oh, that is going to be a delay because the tyre bales have been clearly dislodged. And there's the Mercedes that caused it. It got tipped, then he was off on the inside, and then 2 Audis and the Porsche end up going off. So the Mercedes went way, I mean, it was off track. There it is now, facing wrong way down the middle of Padicle Bend at demarcation. And once he makes the contact, it's a bit like a game of snooker, just one car hits the other, but there's no pockets for them to go in.
Start involving car 30, 33, 54 and 86 under investigation.
The other element to that, John, of course, you saw well Ilko, as you rightly said, 2 wheels on the ground. Now, this is Rossi. Look, there's the Mercedes on the right. Squeeze, tries to get back on, clips the Porsche, which clips the Audi, which clips the other Audi. And Rossi, that was a real heart-in-mouth moment.
Charging pro drivers, incidentally worth noting as well as we see the other car, Stanislav Jedlinski, that's Marcin's dad having a moment. 2 laps, although it may just happen because he has been going quite a lot quicker in the 5th place car. And Zamian with a big moment there. He spun it out of the Parabolica. Ayrton Senna, we were hyping up the Pro-Am battle, but now the former and long
took advantage, led on the way, but look at this. Oh, dearie me. Oh, and that's Il Baroni Rampante. Oh, big crash. Big crash. Oh dearie me, debris across the circuit. I'm just looking into a grinding halt as well. I think that Olymp car actually picked up some debris on the front right-hand tyre, which must have got wedged underneath and would have at least caused a... Oh no, he hit something way before that. So there you go. That camera angle gave us a little bit of an insight there. But without a doubt, he probably would have had a puncture as well.
It's coming in hot. And Laurent Demise. Oh, Laurent with a spin. I was going to say Laurent doing a good job of holding off Chris Tadulu, but did do a good job in just... Here's Alexander Krakowina in the number 25 Landgraf Mercedes. And that was a step too much curb. And so they have a slightly longer stop as Dexter Muller up the inside, and Omar Jackson's gone for a spin. I think he may have been helped there, but run. And here comes the 33. Alan Valente, he's taken out Van Berlo. Van Berlo tagged there by Valente.
Oh, there's that hook.
Is that
outside wall.
It's exactly corrected a little bit, snaps the car out, and then you're just sort of hanging on at that point.
And so unfortunate that he missed that padded area. Watch to the right where there's that extra padding, and he misses that and goes straight into the Armco guardrail. Oh. To work, and you're only as good as your last race. That's a wild ride and a spin for Grosjean.
That's the second Andretti car this session. He rolls the brake very cleverly to stay. He starts losing it early in the right-hand kink and then ramps it pretty good.
Yeah, because of that spin happening.
That right rear's got a pretty decent flat spot, as he said.
So, Segras, watch this wild ride. Bang!
He just kind of got wide of the first apex.
Finishes his lap. Malukas finishes his lap and then crashes.
Oh, he was so close to getting away with that one, Townsend.
Yeah, I almost feel like if he dumped the brake pedal, he could have gotten the tires rolling and get the steering working again. Here's Castro Neves, left rear out on the paint, maybe even the grass. Just spun up the rear.
It's airborne.
We've seen it 3 or 4 times in practice, exact same thing.
Little hot into the first section of that corner, the right-hander wide of the apex, and if you get wide of that apex, there's just no escaping the fact you're going to case the car on that next curb on the left-hand side. And if you... Kind of strange, you didn't see the back step out at all.
Yeah, that's pretty late, but it must have been just off camera.
Right here on board with Ken Thwaites coming to turn 7. This has been trouble for Greg Pickett the last few laps. So he seems to be getting a lot of right front lockup.
And he's gone wide. Oh. And this is as close as Ken Thwaites.
Oh, Ken spins out.
He got distracted. Would you agree?
I'm
Toca ali com o Jô, toca com a Débora atravessa na pista.
Ô, mulher pra ter azar em relargada.
Vai pra grama, Débora. Ih, rapaz, deu confusão lá embaixo no S. 1, 2, 3.
E tudo começou porque o Roberval subiu no cucuruto ali.
Subiu na bananinha.
Isso, é chamada bananinha. Aí levou a Débora. Aí a pessoa roda querendo acelerar. Ó, o GG provavelmente.
GG também vai saindo da pista ali. E tem óleo lá na reta oposta. GG foi pra mureta.
Daniel Keller teve um caminhão da PP. Vamos ver no replay de trás. Porque a turma que já veio rodando aqui, então, por exemplo, da borda, já tem óleo.
Já é óleo aí, não é
óleo.
de batida não. Né?
Você vê que ele nem conseguiu controlar o caminhão, assim como o Glauco Barros.
Ali a gente vê o Glauco Barros aqui rodando.
Aliás, acabei de ver aqui.
Survives that difficult start away from the line. There's dust kicked up in the background. There we go. Someone made contact. That is one of the Cupra cars. That's Gilov, I believe. Let's have a quick look now at a replay. This is contact between Davidovsky. I think that was.
Job is to race in. Oh, and Puhakka, Puhakka made a contact with the wall and rolls multiple times. It should be red flag, and red flag is out. And I think this race will be over.
That's just exit, understeer, oversteer. The car just starting to come out. You try to get the car to rotate. That's not a good feeling, though.
No, especially when you roll so much speed in that downhill corner, and you just. Especially when you're even that half.
Second half finishes last year. Here's a young driver. In fact, first and second. Oh, another driver's gone off. One of the D-Force drivers, I believe, off. Coming into turn number 7, 8. You see that driver spin around. Couldn't pick up a number there based on this racetrack, but dried up super quickly. The blue skies have come back. Gorgeous right now. Driver's gone around. We got a spin.
The number 29 up the inside of Luca Lanetta. What went on then? Cutting it very inside, and just it let go mid-corner. Oh, he'll be...
Here's the race. Oh, and McLean is off. Oh, high-sided off. Sweeney does well to avoid him.
But Adam McLean is off. The red flag is out. Well, the marshals reacted quickly to that. Here's that moment again, as seen from the rear of Michael Sweeney. We see the aftermath of it. That went through. But we're looking at Mike Brown, who leads. We're riding with Adam McLean. Sweeney, a long way around, but it's Mike Brown who gets through. Oh, Sweeney just tucks up inside. Oh, coming together, and riders down. Someone's gone down. I think it might be Brown. It is Mike Brown. Oh, my goodness. And we can see from the replay here, we're looking from Herbertson. Oh, my goodness. Better view this time. And they just come together. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, this is from his bike. The world just goes upside down. Oh my goodness! Oh, it's a big one. It's a big smash for Adam McLean, straight into the air fence. So red flag immediately to Adam McLean.
1:43.9, tava super feliz. E que panca, hein? E que
sinal,
pancada,
bateu na frente ali.
Se a passada de novo para manter. Opa! No...
Normally it's the front, the front going in. Well, by Marc Marquez standards, that's about as timid a crash you'll see the 8 times world champion have, and thankfully for his sake it is, because let's not forget there's been a few bruising crashes. Patch, whip patch.
Yeah, just a simple crash. We just caught the aftermath of that down at turn 13. And at turn 8.
It's turn 8, was it? Oh, blimey, yeah, and quite wide, and down he goes, and the bike says no.
The first Belgian to race here in Moto America, and goes down. So the 2019 Yamaha 125 Cup. On the brakes, here she comes to the final corner. Can she hold on to it? Oh, and one rider goes down. Batty collects it. Here we go to the line, and it's going to be Kayla.
Oh, Batty got a little out of shape there. He runs into the back of Max Van. LeMandry nowhere to go, and of course Bickney's then literally has nowhere to go. He ends up crashing, makes a mess down there in the last corner. I'm trying to see it.